Hi guys, good morning. I'm here at my beach. It's super rainy still, but I love the rain. It's okay. But I came on because I wanted to share something that popped in my head. So, through my awakening journey that was initiated from a very painful betrayal breakup it wasn't even last year, it was like almost a year and a half now, that catapulted me into a huge awakening, an ego death. An ego death is basically everything that I identified with as who I was taken away, was shattered. And it's a very painful process, you know. And I know a lot of you guys can relate to that. Maybe you just didn't understand what the term was, but it was called an ego death. Usually when something major happens in your life that changes everything, that takes you out of your comfort zone, takes you out of everything that you identified with, that gave you stability, that you thought was stability. It's gone, it's taken away, or it falls apart, it crumbles. It's called the tower moment. And through that process, I left my job because when I went through my awakening, my empathic gifts, which is my sensitivity, I feel intense emotions from everywhere, from everything, every person, every being, whatever. I feel the emotions. I feel the intentions. And so I had to leave my job because that place that I was with, I was at that time, it was not a good place to be. But I'm grateful for that. And I couldn't work, so I haven't had a 9 to 5. I've just been doing my business. It hasn't been easy. It has had its ups, but it's also had its downs. And like going through the ego death and awakening and being in chaos, like feeling all the emotions all at one time. It was very, very intense training for me. I feel like the awakening, the chaos, the everything that I had been going through for the past year and a half really refined me as a person. I'm a completely different person than who I was. And like, I know that I always evolve, I'm always different, I always grow and I always change, but this particular evolution was the hardest I've ever experienced, and to the point where I thought I was gonna lose it. I was gonna lose my mind. I was gonna end up at the asylum, or I don't know. It was really hard, you guys. And so I feel like I had to go through that. A lot of times we think experiences happen to us, but they happen for us. And I went through the process over and over again. Not killing that part of my ego, but helping my ego understand that it is not happening to me, that I'm not being punished, that it is the crumbling of the comforts that I had created, which is a box around me, that hindered me from expanding farther than where I was. And I feel like I went through that for this purpose, to be refined, to understand the shadow and the light, to understand humanity, to understand the ego, to understand the heart, to understand that it is all just one. We are all one. We are, and I know I always say that, but it's true, that we all have facets of ourselves and each other. And you know, people would come into my life and would show me parts of myself that I hadn't seen, or parts of myself to either, you know, to identify and to see. I don't know how to explain it. To identify and to accept, right? And if I liked it, then I accepted it. If I didn't like it, I also accepted it. You know, it's something that we have to accept in ourselves. And the process of this awakening, right? Basically, when the awakening happens and you have a tower moment, and then all of these parts of us are triggered to come up to the surface. I don't know if it's coming up to the surface or I'm, you know, diving down to get the parts of me that I had, you know, pushed to the side, you know, stop wanting to identify with them because they were so painful. Those parts of me were the most powerful that I had been disassociating with. Okay, so I'm trying to explain this because if you guys are going through this process, know that when those things are coming up for you, it is because you are reawakening that part of you, and because the emotion that was associated to that part wasn't fully processed, like it was compartmentalized or forgotten about, they're gonna come back up, and so it's gonna be painful, but it's part of the process of reintegrating and accepting that part of us. See, emotions, trauma, it doesn't go away when you don't face it. It's still there. It's still hidden. But because we hide it, we don't want to be reminded of that part of us. We slowly chip away at facets of ourselves that make us whole. And when we do that, then we become not whole. And then we preoccupy ourselves with things. We distract ourselves. And then all of a sudden, you're not even going to know who you are. And it's not funny. But yeah. Like, going through this process, I realized how much I had suppressed of me, trying to be a better person, the good girl, the good Samaritan, the good person, when the parts that I had cut off, that I had like disassociated with, was the passionate parts, was the heart, was the drive, and so if you can see, from my posts, I have been changing and evolving, and I'm a different person like every time I post, and I feel now I have accepted those parts of me again and reintegrated them, and I have become whole once more. But not just whole, like I have accepted and actually embrace those parts of me, the spiciness, which I miss very much. So I'm explaining this because when we go through these kind of things, the one thing I can do, I can't heal or fix anyone, but the one thing I can do is share my experience. And somewhere, somehow, someone's gonna see that, the people that need it, and they're gonna take that, and you know, it could help them or it couldn't. But I wouldn't want to, you know, gatekeep and keep this knowledge to myself. And so I would love to share it. And so here I am. So if you guys are going through that, an awakening, or you just don't know why you feel so anxious and chaotic, and you feel like your world is crumbling, and like everything you do, like you're trying to walk a steady line, but the line is just like crumbling every step you take, just know that this too shall pass. I know it's scary. I know. I've posted many videos of me like just losing it, crying. But I always had faith, and you should too. Just know that you are not alone in this. There are unseen loving beings that are surrounding you and helping you and guiding you. Okay? Allow the emotions to flow. Allow yourself to sit with yourself. When you feel overwhelmed, go for a drive, go for a walk. Be alone, sit in silence, or listen to frequency music. Frequency music, like just running in the background, really helps me calm down. And you know, once you heal and you integrate that part, life will get easier. But I mean, it doesn't mean that everything's going to be perfect. Okay, it's just going to be you're stronger, and you're going to know how to, you know, balance yourself, and you know, allow the emotions to flow versus running away. And yeah, I just want to share that. I hope it helps at least one person. I help myself. So if you're going through it, you guys, I'm sending you so much love and healing light. I'm sending you golden rainbow diamond light, Christ light, violet flame energy of alchemy. May God, universe, walk with you, and know that they are walking with you, and they support you, and they surround you. Okay? Do not despair. Connect with nature. Breathe. I love you.